Hello everyone, this is the love video for the horoscope Leo for the month of January 2019 and also for whatever's left of the month of December as well, which we have approximately 1 week left. I'd like to announce to everyone that the special offer was over on the 15th. However, I still have my regular readings available. If you would like to book that, you just need to go to ameliatarot.com and you can book there, or you can write to my email, ameliatarot13@gmail.com. Okay, so we're going to get started here on the reading for this next month. The decks of card I will be utilizing here, I have my regular deck, the one that you know from all my videos, my Lenormand deck. I have my Psychic Oracle and a message from the angels as well, which I feel that it's necessary this month to give you a message to end off the year. So we're going to see what we have coming for you very soon. And I'll explain to those of you that have never seen my videos here. What I do is that I shuffle my deck and 7 cards turn over, which I align in 3 rows. And you need to pick which row you prefer, first, second, or third. Or you can wait until I'm done the entire reading and then decide which row applies best to your current reality. Also, I'd like to let you know that this reading does apply to your ascendant and moon sign as well. Okay, so these cards are on the side, so I'm going to leave them like that. And if you don't know your ascendant or moon sign, there's plenty of websites that can give you that information. They just ask for some personal details. And a lot of people do ask if you should watch the ascendant and moon sign, and I do recommend it because the more videos you watch, the more information you'll obtain. Okay, Leo, so what do we have for you here? To me, the cards are telling me that there's something that's going on in your life, that it's not new here. There's a situation that has repeated itself over and over again. And in reality, it seems that this situation is very unjust for you. I feel individuals who say things that they shouldn't say or make judgments under pressure about a specific situation. I think that this, not only here, I'm seeing 2 different things here. I see on the one hand a financial situation in where 2 people don't agree, and then also I see the sentimental aspect. It's almost as if, I'll give you a clear example here. For the sentimental aspect, you tell your partner, look, I would like for us to share more time together, for you to see me more, if you're not already living together. And if you are living together, you know, to spend more time together at home or do something together. And the other individual says, no, look, I'm not able to do that. I'm really busy. I have a lot to do. It's almost as if you are not their priority. And so these conversations that you're having have already been had multiple times between both of you, but you always obtain the same result. It's almost as if what you say goes in one ear, comes out the other, and really you're seeing what they say to you as something as if they're very accusatory. And here we're talking about with the 5 of Pentacles here, that you feel very alone in this relationship. Here, there's really no cooperation, there's no understanding, and each of you is moving your life in opposite directions. But within all of this chaos here, there is some light here. And here it tells me that there's going to be an unexpected turn for you. I feel that you start talking and communicating in a more util way, a more open way. And it's almost as if you achieve, both of you, to get onto the same path. Here I'm seeing a partnership that has the same objectives. So the communication here, because that's what we have in these cards, which at the beginning was very poor, later starts to make a turn in which we start to try and understand the other individual. Maybe the unjust is not so unjust. Maybe there's something we can change. And then the other person starts to listen to you, Leo, and they start to say, maybe that you're right. It may be that I'm not doing things correctly. And so this brings on a change. I see that opportunities come your way for both of you, unexpected opportunities, of which will strengthen the relationship. So if you are going through a misunderstanding or unjust issue in your relationship, I think this can be resolved. And the way which will be communicating and listening, that is the key for this. So both of you need to be on the same page. So let's take a look here. See, what do we have for you, Leo, with the Lenormand cards? Okay, so here there are various things that I'm seeing. Look at what I'm going to tell you here. If you are not able to understand each other speaking face to face, write it down. Sometimes there are people that when they write things down, they feel better about it. And not just that, this person receives a message and there's no tone. Sometimes it's not what we say, it's how we say it. Try to take a pause here. This communication card that I have here is almost as if taking a pause and doing it slowly. It's not a quick message or response. This card means to slow down, take your time, and write things down and communicate to your partner what is it that we want them to know. And look here. This is to go from a place of tranquility to awaiting a storm. But you know what? I think that in this case, it's worth it. It's worth it for you to for you to sit one in front of another and say, this is what's going on. And afterwards, that both of you have communicated with one another, allow the storm to come. This is to feel that the storm is coming, and maybe it won't get there because this card talks to me about a structure and we need to form a plan of life. If the issue here is finances, simply you need to restructure yourselves in a way in which everything will function normally and benefiting the relationship and the home. If both of you want to plan, for example, to live together, but each of you is spending your money frivolously, well, then there's an issue there. So what you need to do is to maybe ask for help for someone to advise you on how to administer your money, or maybe open a joint bank account and deposit the same amount of money to achieve that objective that you have for the future. And maybe if you already live together, you may want to progress, maybe purchase a home, make a trip, many things. But you need to start somewhere. And the beginning really is the conversation, the communication that you're going to have. Without communication, there's nothing left. And here I'm seeing young individuals. It could be that you were born in the year 1991, 19 years old, 27, 63, 64, 88, and 77, and 78, and 79. The letter G, K. Let me take a look here. Yep. I'm seeing a last name here, which is going to be C-A-R. Could be Carmen. A last name that starts with C-A-R. And I'm also see TAM. TAM? Or it could be separate. TAM, it could be initials. Here there are a lot of people from Mexico that I'm seeing that are going to be in this situation. And specifically in Mexico, the city of Mexico. Also, I'm seeing Colombia here as well. The cathedral here. I'm not sure what that symbolizes, but I'm seeing the could be maybe you live close to a place that's called that, the cathedral, but write to me and let me know if that's the case. Okay, so here it tells you, Leo, that you are suffering at this moment in silence, but you don't need to do that any longer. There's no need to be silent if you can speak up with your partner and resolve this issue. If you weren't in a partner and you have this issue, even just with yourself, speak up and search for help because you're going to find it. Here I'm seeing institutions that can help you. So for the time being, there's no reason to suffer in silence when there is help available. I'm seeing Sierra. Not sure if that's a name. I'm also seeing here islands in the Caribbean. Having these type of issues. A lot of people, I'm seeing where the sun rises in a way that which is very, very strong. And in Colombia, I'm not seeing the name of the city, but I'm seeing a city in which where early in the morning the sun shines very, very strongly. Yeah, I'm seeing the name of the city here, but it's definitely a city in Colombia. And it could be that that city, there may be a cathedral there, which is very, very large. Something that really draws your attention, that jumps out in the city. So look at all of that information because it will help you as well. Try to take your time, think about it, and later on make action here. But you do need to communicate to someone. You don't need to be alone suffering in silence. There's no need for that. And sometimes, you know, as I've said, we do need to pass the storm, but afterwards the calm will be there. So don't worry about that. Okay, so we're going to move on to the second line, Leo, and see what messages we have for you. Okay, Leo. So this is great here. I'm seeing you here really doing fantastic here. I'm seeing that you've changed some things in your life. You've done things very, very positive for your future. This is a good time here. The year's ending and then a new year's beginning. And if we pay attention to the calendar here, you know, it's something that humans have created to guide ourselves and project time. But we always, you know, really make reference to the new year for new propositions, for new objectives. And this tells me here that you achieve everything that you want. You're going to go with a fierceness that is really important here. I'm seeing two things here. Either someone arrives into your life that is an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, and they arrive, I would say, in a moment in which you don't expect, in a moment that you thought that nothing would happen. It really happens when you least expect it. And here I see you very patient, waiting to see what you're going to do with your life. How are things going to happen? But this person truly takes your breath away here. I'm seeing something that is almost like an anchor that is removed from the water. Something that brings you to happiness here. You were suffering, sad, upset over things that had happened to you in the past. But this person comes almost as if they are a gift into your life. And all of a sudden you feel, oh my gosh, this person has so many things that I like, that draw my attention, that make me feel happy. And here, this situation that you felt detained in the past, because here you're looking at the past, and I know that many Leos may say, the past was left behind, but it really wasn't. It was behind in what you expressed here, but not in your mind and in your heart. So this card tells me very clearly, there are still things that you have not been able to leave behind. And you have new offerings coming your way. Look at this here. He or she arrives into your life, and it could be that you start off as friends. Not all relationships that arrive into your life will be directly with an offering of love, but this will go transforming into love. And this tells me here that between both of you here, I see that either you're going to take on a trip or you're going to have a very long and profound conversation, almost as if you're taking a trip. And you're going to feel as if you're speaking to a counselor, like a therapy. It's going to be the best type of medication for you. Really what the doctor has prescribed for you. And here you will make a decision, and it will be a decision based off of what you are feeling at this moment. This is the person that pulls you out of that hole you've dug yourself in. And it's an emotional or sentimental hole. I don't feel it has anything related to finances. This really, to me, means when someone is really emotionally unwell, and this person makes you understand that life goes on and there's meaning to life, and the past needs to stay in the past. Okay, so let's see what we have here for you with this person, if we can have any additional information. What else can I tell you here? This card is love for the long term. If it's friendship, it's also going to be long term, but it's someone who understands you and someone who knows where you're coming from. This person is not just anyone, and look, in some cases, I see that it could be Scorpio, because Scorpio has this card a lot, and you may meet a Scorpio who arrives quickly into your life. It may not necessarily be an air sign, or they might have a Scorpio in their ascendant or moon sign. I'm seeing here people that are 24 years old, the letter J, the letter D, the letter P. I'm seeing Paula, or even Paul. So that could be a possibility. I'm also seeing Michael or Miguel. And I'm seeing here also, if you make a trip with this person or you meet them while on a trip, in some places I'm seeing something that's similar to Italy. Or maybe you live in Italy and you meet up with this person. I'm seeing almost like Venice, cities that are close to that area. What else do we have here? Yeah, this is, to me, I'm trying to see what else I can find from this card here. I want to draw another card from this deck. My guides are telling me there's another message. Yeah, so this is the well. And this symbolizes to not be able to see things clearly at this moment, but very soon you're going to realize, as I've said, that this person was a gift to you. People who are 41 years old, there's also 1941, 1966, 1967, the year 80. This tells me here that there's someone or various people that went on a trip and you connected with this person. It's very interesting here, as if the trip brings to you what you expected for. And I also see the letter E and M. It could be the name or the last name. Maybe their name starts with EM or ME. It's a possibility. This also tells me here people who could also be from Argentina and have a background in Italy. It could be maybe from Venice. Yeah, without a doubt, really, this is what I'm seeing here. And it's really marvelous here. This person is really a gift to you. Wisdom here. This is what we need to utilize. And intelligence to recognize when we have an opportunity in front of ourselves and we can't waste it. That's what I have for you here, Leo. So, you know, let's pay attention here. I'm also seeing the letter F. Jerusalem. And Dominican. There are people who have a pet. And in this case, I'm seeing a dog. Small dog. Could be a poodle. It could also be someone, maybe went on a trip for the holidays and maybe went with a friend, and in that trip they meet this person. Yeah, I feel that you share a lot of values and morals, and even in some aspects, religion as well. So that's what I could see for you here for the second line, Leo. We're going to move on to the third and last line. Okay, so here I'm actually receiving a message, which is people who are a Leo and were involved with the military in any aspect, or even police officers, so police officers, military, people who today are wanting to kind of get out of that and start a new life. In this specific case here, the Nine of Swords, wanting to change your life. I feel that you are a little bit tired of living what you've lived through. It could be that maybe you were maybe a nurse in a place where we had maybe war veterans, or in places where there was a lot of injured people that police officers may, bring from a crime scene. I feel there's some type of connection with military police officers, and you are a little bit tired of this. It could also be, as I've said, in cases, surgeons or doctors here. And you're feeling that, you can no longer live life this way, trying to control everything, trying to make sure that everything functions for everyone around you. Because in that process, Leo, I feel that you are putting yourself down. You are allowing life to keep running every single day, worrying about everyone, for your family situation, for your children, for your home, your partner, if you're not already in a stable relationship. And at the end here, you don't see the benefit of that, because here I'm seeing that no one is happy. So this tells me here that you are going to have a new beginning. You will give a new rhythm to your life, a new direction, and that direction will bring you happiness. This is the triumph that at the end you were hoping for, because the way that you were going, no one was happy, neither you nor your partner. And on the contrary here, an attitude of being defensive against the world doesn't help here, because ultimately it is your life, and if you think about it a little bit coldly, time is passing you by. And so here the cards are telling me, if you, Leo, if you are in this situation, it is time for you to put your guard down. It's time for you to take a rest. You've done everything that you needed to do. So fighting against the current and against everyone else is impossible. I also feel military people who've returned to their family after being away for a period of time. So we're going to see what the Lenormand card has to tell us about this. Okay, and the card here, it tells me that there's going to be a lot of communications between you and this other individual, which is good. These are communications, could be text or messages, really any type of messages here, but people who are not able to get to you, and so the other person is sad, but you're going to be able to communicate and see each other, and that's really, really great and beautiful here. We have here 1948, 51, also to the 55, 79, 81, 82, 84. I see young people here, 21 as well. 1997, 98, and 99. The letters that I'm seeing here, I'm seeing Carlos as a name. Rex. Michelle. Alice. Or Alicia. Yeah, those are the names that I'm seeing here. And the last card here. And look here. Leo, with this card, it's telling me that really you aren't missing anything. You have everything that you've wanted. You have stability. You have material wealth. You have relationships, strong relationships. Distance is hard, but we can overcome it. Nothing is eternal. You have to simply, you and for those around you, have to be grateful that you've achieved everything that you've wanted. But it is time for you to start enjoying this. Because if you keep trying to obtain more and more, life will pass you and time continues on. So, anyone that is in this situation that works too hard, a lot of time outside of your home, not being with your family, well, put this on a balance here. Truly, if you've already achieved what you wanted, what is it that you're searching for? Because ultimately, I'm seeing that no one is happy here. You're someone that has a lot of drive, and someone who wants to satisfy everyone, but it has come the time for you to please yourself. So that's what we need to search for in life, to be happy. Okay, well, I think this card is really perfect for you in this moment, for all of you, Leos. This card talks about compromise. In order to create a happy ending to this entire situation, it's necessary for you to compromise. Allow yourself to take the time to be clear about what is truly important in life. And that's really what I was just discussing earlier. Also, take note of situations in which you would be open to changing your position. We're not always right. Sometimes we think about what's right for everyone, but sometimes, we think it may have been best to think about it a little bit more. As we know, everyone, our family, friends, we all think different. Work on a way in which everyone can win. So if we do need to sacrifice a few things, maybe to say I won't work as much, but you may not have to have the same type of lifestyle, so everyone needs to compromise, not just you. You should be open to cooperation, which will allow you to find what it is that you need while you assist others in fulfilling their desires. You should be objective in finding a balance between respecting other people's point of views and maintaining your own. And I don't think that will ever change, Leo. You are a fire sign. You are someone who has a very strong opinion, and which is great. Maintain it, but also do hear other people out. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for watching my videos, for being here and supporting me, leaving your comments, liking my videos, sharing them. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year, and Happy 2019. Remember, if you would like a personal reading, you can book that on my website. A big hug, and thank you again.